The Ukraine battlefield is intensifying with the emergence of unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs. Russia appears unprepared for the arrival of these unique kamikaze drones. Unlike those made from carbon fiber or high-tech metals, these UAVs are crafted from wood, yet pack enough punch to penetrate Russian tank armor, destroy radar systems, and create significant breaches in enemy defenses. Constructed from plywood, integrated with artificial intelligence (AI), and backed by German funding, these kamikaze UAVs are silently targeting tanks, demolishing radars, and piercing Russian defenses with cost-effective but devastating impact. Germany has marked a turning point in modern warfare with this weapon. As the world's fourth-largest economy, Germany is enabling Ukraine to strike deep into enemy rear lines, not with expensive fighter jets or billion-dollar missiles, but with intelligent, swarm-operating wooden UAVs. It sounds improbable, but for Russian forces, it's a genuine nightmare. How did these wooden UAVs become one of Ukraine's most lethal weapons? What's next in the UAV war where Russia is losing ground? We'll dive into the details in today's video. Germany has emerged as a leading provider of military aid to Ukraine since the conflict escalated following Russia's large-scale invasion in February 2022. By late 2024, Berlin had delivered approximately $94 Milliarden in bilateraler Hilfe, with signs indicating continued support. After the February 2025 election, Germany's new government expressed stronger commitment to defending Ukraine than the administration of former Chancellor Olaf Scholz. Before leaving office, Scholz's government left eine signifikante legacy. On March 19, Germany approved an additional $3,4 Milliarden military aid package für Ukraine in 2025, following lawmakers' approval of einer finanziellen Reformplan. Scholz pushed to relax borrowing regulations to facilitate this substantial aid package. Former German Finance Minister Jörg Kukies also announced plans to provide an additional $9.32 billion in military aid from 2026 to 2029, raising Germany's total commitment to over $12.4 billion. So far, Germany's aid includes 3 US-made Patriot air defense systems, 6 Iris-T SLM systems, 60 Gepard self-propelled anti-aircraft guns with 330,000 rounds, and various other weapons. Recently, a less glamorous, low-cost form of support has made a significant impact on Ukraine's battlefield: UAVs. On April 11th, German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius announced a new military aid package at the Ukraine Contact Group meeting in Brussels. This package includes additional guided missiles, ground surveillance radars, 100,000 artillery rounds, 25 Marder infantry fighting vehicles, 15 Leopard 1A5 tanks, 120 MANPADS air defense systems, 14 artillery systems, and 300 reconnaissance UAVs. Germany has provided or pledged 619 Vector UAVs, 684 RQ-35 Hydron, 211 Songbird, 46 Hornet XR, 60 Golden Eagle, 2 VT-4 Rocken, and 18 Prometheus-1 reconnaissance drones. These UAVs have given Ukraine's armed forces a significant edge, playing a critical role in targeting for artillery and attack UAVs while detecting and thwarting Russian assaults. However, Germany also supplies Ukraine with some of the most advanced attack UAVs, which are causing headaches for Russian President Vladimir Putin at both the front and rear. These are the HF-1 kamikaze UAVs produced by Germany's Helsing company. These UAVs incorporate cutting-edge technology, providing a superior battlefield advantage. Their most distinctive feature is a plywood frame. Battlefield reports indicate the HF-1 is used to strike various targets from armored vehicles and air defense systems to logistics facilities and warehouses. With an effective range of 27 to 31 miles, Ukraine reports the HF-1 delivers unpleasant surprises to Russia, hitting deep rear areas where the enemy least expects. This enables attacks on targets like transport vehicles or forces before they reach the front, often without defenses. As noted, the HF-1's plywood frame significantly reduces production costs. Some might question whether a lightweight, seemingly fragile material like plywood is suitable for combat. A UAV operator explained that the material is secondary as long as the drone can fly. It could be made of wood, foam, or even 3D printed entirely. Wood offers an advantage by being nearly invisible to radar, ideal for long-range operations. While not fully stealth against advanced radar systems like the US THAAD, which can detect a baseball from thousands of miles away, wood reduces radar signatures, especially low-moisture plywood. Though plywood can absorb humidity, altering size and durability, it's treated with special glues and coatings for waterproofing and damage resistance. Applied to the HF-1, this minimizes radar detection and cools the drone's body, reducing its infrared signature, making it harder for air defenses to detect and counter. Despite its unconventional structure, the wooden frame doesn't compromise flight performance. Germany's defense ministry reports 1,050 HF-1 UAVs delivered to Ukraine, with 600 in January and 150 between March 17th to April 18th. Helsing, the manufacturer, says Ukraine ordered 4,000 HF-1 UAVs and 6,000 HX-2s, an advanced kamikaze version also made of plywood. Helsing, a German defense tech startup backed by Spotify's Daniel Ek, initially focused on AI software but pivoted to attack UAV production in 2024. Now, it claims to be among the world's largest attack UAV producers. Helsing integrates hardware and software, with its Ultra platform enabling UAV connectivity. Co-founder Nicholas Kohler emphasized, "We solve complex problems at the software layer, not hardware." Combat footage from Belgorod region in mid-April shows Ukraine using HF-1s to successfully destroy Russian Panzer S-1 and Buk M3 radar systems, with strikes conducted at least 30 miles behind the front. HF-1s have also targeted key figures, such as officers and commanders, including an attack on a unit commander's vehicle at a Russian training ground. The growing number of deep strikes into Russia's rear highlights Moscow's struggle to counter Ukraine's high-tech attack UAVs. What gives the HF-1 its edge? It uses an electric motor, features an X-wing configuration with 4 wings and rotors in an X shape, and is designed for mass production at low cost, developed and tested based on Ukraine's combat experience. The latest upgrades were developed in coordination with Ukrainian forces. The HF-1 can operate for about an hour, with a kamikaze range of 27 to 31 miles, extending to 62 miles for pre-identified targets. Ukrainian forces can manually control the HF-1, guiding it to targets with terminal guidance to bypass Russian electronic warfare. It also features integrated AI for autonomous target detection, recognition, and locking. A UAV operator explained, "Our UAVs have navigation systems that lock and track targets until impact. Even if we lose contact, video, or control, the UAV autonomously reaches and strikes the target." He added, "In navigation mode, it's unaffected by Russian electronic warfare. Once locked, the UAV independently navigates and attacks." The HF-1 is giving Putin headaches. The upgraded HX-2 will likely keep him awake. Announced in December 2024, the HX-2 builds on the HF-1's upgraded software, is mass-producible, and can operate in swarms. Like the HF-1, it uses an electric motor and X-wing configuration with a range of up to 62 miles and extended strike capabilities. Its advanced artificial intelligence enables full resistance to electronic warfare and jamming. Helsing says these capabilities were developed and tested through HF-1 combat experience in Ukraine. When operating within Helsing's Ultra software, multiple HX-2s can form a swarm, controlled by a single operator, enabling simultaneous attacks on entire convoys or target groups. The HX-2 is designed for mass production at significantly lower costs than conventional systems, strongly complementing artillery systems. Kola emphasized, "With the HX-2, we're creating a new intelligent effect, combining scale, automation, and precision. It can strike armored targets in contested environments, and when deployed at scale along borders, it could be a powerful shield against invasion." Helsing reports the HX-2 is in production at its RF-1 factory in southern Germany, with an initial capacity of over 1,000 units monthly, scalable to tens of thousands in conflict scenarios. Ukraine has ordered 6,000 HX-2s, though delivery numbers remain undisclosed. Alongside Helsing's UAVs, Ukraine is ramping up domestic production of the US-designed Switchblade 600, a lighter alternative to Javelin anti-tank missiles at half the cost. A kamikaze drone, the Switchblade 600 carries a Javelin-based warhead, detonating above targets where armor is thinnest, highly effective against armored vehicles. With a range of 25 to 50 miles and over 40 minutes of flight time, it has proven effective against Russia's advanced T-90M tanks and BMP Terminator vehicles. Expanded use in infantry units will significantly boost Ukraine's anti-tank and deep strike capabilities, even at the smallest tactical levels. Ukraine is also set to receive a new batch of kamikaze UAVs from the UK. On March 6th, the UK government announced funding for advanced Altius 600M and Altius 700M UAVs, produced by UK-US defense contractor Anduril. The UK has supplied over 10,000 military UAVs to Ukraine since the war began. New contracts worth about $40 million, supported by the UK-managed International Fund for Ukraine (IFU), total over $1.7 billion from 10 nations, with the UK contributing $665 million. The Altius 600M is a versatile, modular UAV capable of carrying up to 6.6 pounds of payload, from kamikaze warheads to optical stations and electronic warfare systems. The larger 700M can carry warheads up to 33 pounds. With an 8.3-foot wingspan, both can be launched from fixed-wing aircraft, helicopters, ground vehicles, or ships, controlled from ground stations or programmed for autonomous routes. They can fly for up to 4 hours and reach 276 miles. Ukraine has used the Altius 600 since February 2023, when the United States provided some alongside Switchblade 600, Jump 20, and Cyberlux K8. The 600M and 700M are designed for target destruction with powerful warheads. The 600M launches from MRZR off-road vehicles, UH-60 Blackhawk helicopters, and ground platforms, striking with pinpoint accuracy. Test footage of the 700M from March 2024 showed a 33-pound warhead equivalent to an AGM-114 Hellfire missile, enabling precise strikes on large targets like tanks, ships, or infrastructure. With a 100-mile range and 75-minute flight time, the 700M prioritizes destructive power over range and endurance compared to the 600M. Both have swarm potential, as demonstrated in 2022 U.S. Army tests, where 4 waves of 7 Altius 600 units were launched in the largest network sortie at the time. A single operator can control a swarm to hunt and destroy simulated enemy positions. The 600M and 700M's ability to strike from safe distances and loiter makes them highly valuable for Ukraine. The 700M's large armor-piercing warhead is particularly effective against heavy armored vehicles. While awaiting more HF-1s, HX-2s, 600Ms, and 700Ms, Ukraine continues to scale domestic UAV production, leading globally. Kyiv reports producing 2.2 million UAVs last year, outpacing Moscow's 1.5 million. Ukraine's defense ministry says over 1.2 million UAVs were delivered by domestic firms in the first 11 months, including 40,000 multi-rotor reconnaissance drones, 12,000 with night capabilities, 5,000 fixed-wing reconnaissance drones like Sharkhaw and Furia, 6,000 long-range attack drones like N-196, Luti, and Firepoint, 2,000 reusable attack drones like Nemesis, Kazan, and Vampire, and over 5,000 reusable FPV quadcopters.
Some Ukrainsky domestic unmanned aerial vehicles are also wooden, similar to the Molnia fixed-wing FPV drone of Russia, which is lightweight, easily assembled, and low-cost. The Molnia requires 3 soldiers to carry 10 components in backpacks, is pneumatically launched, operates for a 40-minute operation with a 19-mile range, reaches 50 miles per hour, and does not return after missions. Its frame uses 2 longitudinal aluminum tubes, but the core and wings are plywood, with controls, battery, and camera in the nose. Ukraine is replicating the Molnia's simple, low-cost, high combat effectiveness design, using captured samples to adopt its best features. If similar, Ukraine's version would have a 4.9-foot wingspan, weigh a 22-pound weight, and carry up to an 11-pound combat payload. However, these kamikaze unmanned aerial vehicles lack the sophistication, artificial intelligence enhancements, or swarm capabilities of the HX-2.
With tens of thousands of UAVs used monthly by both sides, every contribution counts, regardless of material or origin. Which of these new UAVs do you think will make the biggest difference for Ukraine on the battlefield and deep in Russian territory? Is the prospect of semi-autonomous UAV swarms exciting or alarming? Share your thoughts for discussion. Until tomorrow, goodbye.